What do you think of when the word space is said? You might be thinking of the great beyond, astronauts, or what lies beyond our solar system. But personally, I think of Super Mario Galaxy first, the 2007 smash hit for the Wii. This game is just really important to me. It was the first 3D Mario game I ever played. And in case you couldn't tell, yeah, I like this one.
So let's set the stage here. It was 2008 and I had seen a couple of my friends playing on the Wii. And what I was seeing was just amazing to me. What I saw was Mario just jumping around in the final level. And at the time, my 6-year-old brain was absolutely blown. I just couldn't believe a game could be that grand. Because you see, I was used to more so things like the Game Boy Advance and the Wii series of titles. And while neither of those are bad consoles and they weren't bad games I was playing, Mario Galaxy just had that grandiose edge to it, if you get what I mean. Eventually I got my own copy of Mario Galaxy, and oh boy, that made for a great Christmas present. And unfortunately it has been lost due to 7-year-old me being a dumbass with taking care of his games, but I still absolutely loved this game back then and today.
I just remember how this box art captivated me as a kid. You know, you have Mario here and the planets and backdrop of the stars. Now the disc art, not so much. But still, this is probably the first game I'll think of when 3D Mario is on the mind. Now, I won't actually be playing the original Wii version for this review. I'll be playing the version included in Mario 3D All-Stars, really just for the fact that it has higher resolution. You might ask, why didn't I emulate it? Well, I'm an idiot who can't get Wii games working on Dolphin. Is that what you wanted? Regardless, I'll go over both control styles, so whichever version you end up picking, you kind of know what you're getting into. But before all that, we should take a look at Galaxy's development first.
Super Mario Galaxy's development can actually be traced all the way back to the year 2000, before even the GameCube was officially released, with the tech demo Super Mario 128. And while this never became a full game, things like the 128 Marios on screen led to Pikmin, and of course, walking on spheres led to Galaxy. A few years later, but we still got it. After Nintendo EAD finished work on Donkey Kong Jungle Beat in 2004, they then would go on to work on Super Mario Galaxy, with it being poised as...
I don't know how else to put it. It's over the top. While every Mario game is a classic, in one sense, this is the first worthy successor to Super Mario 64.
Which is kind of funny looking back, seeing as Nintendo now considers 64 and Sunshine as sequels to each other, with Galaxy and 3D World just being their own thing now. Though after 100%ing Super Mario Sunshine, I can kind of see why Nintendo wanted to push that game under the rug at least for a bit. But Galaxy would later release on November 1st, 2007 in Japan, November 12th, 2007 in the US, and November 16th, 2007 in Europe, and oh god, that means this game is almost 15 years old. I feel old now. But yeah, I think it's safe to say this game was pretty well received by critics. But enough talk about the development. Let's talk about the story. It's the Night of the Star Festival, an event that only happens every 100 years, where the Toads will collect and celebrate the star bits that rain down from the sky, with Mario heading over to Peach's castle for a gift that she promised him. But unfortunately, before Mario could make it to the castle, the kingdom is attacked by Bowser and his airships, which, correct me if I'm wrong, this is the first time we have seen Bowser's airship since Mario 3. Anyway, Bowser kidnaps Peach. You gotta go save her.
Yeah, so despite the fact that Galaxy goes for a more grand plot, it's still pretty simple. Although this is probably the most scary we see Bowser until... Jesus Christ.
So the main hub of the game is the Comet Observatory, with each dome corresponding to an area of the ship. And let me just say, this is probably my favorite hub of any Mario game. Everything feels nicely sized, it's not too cramped or too big with not enough to do, like how some other hub worlds fail. Anyways, every dome contains about 4 galaxies, with most, except for the garden, containing a 5th that houses the Grand Star, which makes the star in the center of the observatory brighter, which will then unlock the next sequential dome. In total, you visit 6 domes: the terrace, the fountain or the bathroom, kitchen, bedroom, the engine room, and the garden. These rooms really don't have so much to them, they're really just a means to get to the levels. And man, oh man, these levels are so good, dude. Galaxy's levels are like the perfect mix of 2D Mario's linearity with the 3D sandbox games of 64 and Sunshine. And those styles just mix like chocolate and peanut butter, dude. Levels also can contain comets, which are basically the same stage but with certain stipulations. The Speedy Comet is basically the level, but with a timer. Fast Foes is foes, but faster this time. Daredevil Comets are no-hit runs of bosses or in some cases, stages. And finally, the Purple Comets, unlocked after beating the game, are 100 coin stages from the other games, but a lot more streamlined. Instead of having to find just 100 regular coins, usually there will be a little area to collect the 100 purple coins in, or you're put in a more confined space, which makes it a lot better than those typical 100 coin missions from 64, and especially from Sunshine. These comets are cool, with some like Fast Foes being a bit underutilized, but overall are a neat addition. If I can say one thing, this game is a lot slower than 64 and Sunshine, but with the sphere walking system, it could have been incredibly disorienting, especially for young children, having Mario moving as fast as he did in those games. But aside from that, I think this is probably the best Mario has controlled in a game, right up there with Mario Odyssey. Everything sort of feels right with Mario's controls. See, with the Wii release, you use the stick to control Mario, A to jump, Z to crouch, D-pad for camera adjustment, and shaking the Wiimote makes Mario spin, similar to a familiar orange marsupial. Also, using the pointer function, you can collect star bits. They're kind of like coins, except you can just use a bunch of them to unlock some new galaxies or get some power-ups from the Hungry Lumas. The Switch release is pretty similar, except you can use Y to spin instead of shaking, with the pointer functionality being used with the gyroscope instead, which can be a bit cumbersome with the Pro Controller, but I got used to it pretty quickly. So after unlocking the engine room, Rosalina will tell you how many stars are left to reach Bowser, and if you went for everything on the lower floors like I did, you'll have more than enough to face Bowser in the center of the universe where... Did I mention this soundtrack is amazing? Gusty Garden, Battle Rock, the Star Festival, and the Bowser battle themes are all highlights of the soundtrack. In fact, it's one of the few games I've actually bought the OST for on CD. But anyway, back to the game. This is actually the third of the Bowser fights, with the other two being in the fountain and bedroom. Also, Bowser Jr. fights are usually some sort of contraption, like Mega Leg or Bowser Jr.'s airship itself. But anyways, you stop Bowser's plan and you save the princess. Except the universe resets or some shit. I don't know. But the world gets reset and everyone's fine. This is still probably the weirdest ending for a Mario game. But I got all 120 stars, so that means I'm getting something dumb like 100 lives or that fucking postcard. But what you end up getting is...
Super Luigi Galaxy!
Yep, Luigi is a main playable character again. His playthrough is pretty much identical to Mario's playthrough, aside from Luigi having a higher jump and slippy shoes. Although they didn't replace Luigi in those Haunted Mansion missions, so it's just a bit weird to see alternate universe versions of yourself. Though this is the same series with fire-breathing powers and magical power stars, so I guess it's not that out there. If you get all 120 stars with Luigi, you unlock one last level, the Star Festival. And it's just the opening level with 100 purple coins, so it's kinda lame, but hey, it's not the postcard again, so I'm grateful.
And that's really about it. If you couldn't tell, I love this game. You know, I've loved it for over 14 years now. And it really means a lot to me, and I know I wasn't super objective about it, but that's nostalgia for you. Galaxy eventually got a sequel in the form of Galaxy 2. While I don't like this one as much, it's still a great game in its own regard. That's really a discussion for another time. Anyway, that's really it for today. I don't really have a joke to end this one on, so This is probably going up around Christmas, so Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, or Happy anything else you celebrate or don't celebrate during this season. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in 2022.
And by the way, if you rearrange the letters of Super Mario Galaxy, you get You Are Mr. Gay. Happy New Year, guys!